Hello and welcome back to another Dodgeball video. It is officially 2 weeks out until I head to Denver for USA Dodgeball's Combine event. The Combine is the last step in USA Dodgeball's tryout process to make Team USA. So at the Combine, the scouts will be there watching us play, watching us do drills, and determining who the final selection is for each team. Now, I've been fortunate enough to be invited not only for foam, but for cloth as well. So for the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna vlog what I'm doing throughout the 2 weeks to do my final preparations for the Combine. So come along with me on this journey. Let's jump right into it. So it's currently Monday, April 25th around noon. I'm on my lunch break, getting back into the swing of things. I had a late flight last night. I landed around 10:30. I came from Seattle. Dodgeball Seattle hosted this amazing new invitational called The Thing, where they invited the top 5 men's and women's teams from the US and Canada to compete in WDBF foam rules. It was an amazing tournament. My team Finesse came out on top for the women's division in some hard-fought matches throughout the day. It was a long day. And so because of that tournament, I'm a little sore still, so I have to be careful how I train this week and also how I train next week, because I want to make sure I'm really great and feeling great for Denver. So my main focus this week, now that my ankle is like I'll say 95%, I can start getting into some more lower body plyometrics and some more sprint work and things that I wanted to be doing the last few months but haven't been able to do because my ankle has been injured since the end of January. I want to get some reps in with the cloth ball because I haven't thrown that consistently at all since March. I've maybe thrown it, I think, one time like 2 weeks ago. So just want to get back into getting comfortable with the cloth ball. And of course, the foam ball, my main priority. I've been working on my fastball form, just tweaking the throwing mechanics and making sure I'm getting as much power behind my throw as possible. So I'll be getting some reps in with both of those, with it on top of all my workouts and whatnot. So I'm gonna film as much as I can without making this video ridiculously long, and might even film some of the things I'm eating to fuel my body right, because a lot of players in dodgeball are so concerned about drills and things to get better at dodgeball, but they forget about the food aspect and fueling your body and eating good and well, to make sure you're playing at your best. So I might film some of what I'm eating throughout this last 2 weeks. But yeah, I'm hoping that it's interesting for you guys and that you learn something from it. And then I can't film the Combine, they're not allowing that, but I'm hoping I can get some like interviews with players and maybe give you some faces to the names you might have heard from potential Team USA players for this year. So anyways, I'm gonna head out to the grocery store so I can make some lunch, and then I'll film my workout that I do later today. So I ended up doing 30 minutes on the bike on like a medium difficulty course. I didn't film that because that's not super exciting. And then I went back to my apartment and did these ankle mobility exercises with the band that I try and do at least on every leg day. I do about 3 sets of 10. These have been really helping to strengthen my ankle. And then the hardest one for me still is the single leg calf raise. My ankle's still having trouble doing that, but overall it's just been getting better and better every week. And then after all of my workouts every day, and I probably won't record it every day, I have a vegan protein and vegan creatine with water. And then for dinner, for the first half of the week, we did vegan chili with everything, bagel, salad. I did add cheese, so it's not vegan. So it's Tuesday, April 26th, and my calves are still pretty tight, so I'll probably use the foam roller again later. So instead of doing a leg day today, like I had wanted, I'm gonna do an upper body day, mostly focusing on the chest, triceps, and a little bit of shoulder mobility, mostly like strength-based movements. I'll do like one plyo, like med ball thing at the end, and then ab circuit, but I'll save most of the plyo med ball work for my back day later this week. So for lunch this week, I had vegan chickpea salad with power greens on vegan bread and kiwi on the side, and it was delicious. So then going into my workout for this day, I started out with my shoulder mobility warm-up. So I'm doing inverted Ys, seated front and side raises alternating, and then finish off with some inverted Ws or standing Ws. And then from here, I'll do my bench press, and I always start with 2 warm-up sets and slowly build on the weight. So I start at a low weight, slightly increase it, then go to my working weight. And you'll notice from my reps, I take my time on these. I'm not like trying to do them as fast as possible. And then I do inverted bench press. So this will hit more of the upper chest area and the shoulders. And so at this point I'm warmed up, so I don't do warm-up sets. And then I go into chest flies. I much prefer doing it with the cable than with the bench because it's less injury risk. And then I do some overhead tricep extensions, and then I get into a little bit of med ball work. So I do my chest passes to the ground and then kneeling into a med ball throw. And then I alternate which leg I start on, which side I start on. And then from there, I'll go into my little like ab circuit. So I do wood choppers on both sides. I only film one side. Same with the payoff press. I do both sides. And then for the last exercise, I go into side med ball tosses. Again, I will do both sides for this. Good morning. It's Wednesday, April 27th. I just got back from my chiropractor appointment. I've been going since the end of March just to get my body right. We have tournaments on the west coast of US every other week from the beginning of April to the end of May. So just trying to make sure I stay good. Today at lunch, I'm going to go do my leg workout for the day because tonight I'm going to go do a throwing session. So I'll take you guys along for all those things. Started the leg day off with 10-minute warm-up on the bike into some dynamic stretches. Then I went to the box back squat. I did 2 warm-up sets, and then I went into my working weight, going nice and slow on the way down and pushing the weight as fast as possible on the way up. Then from there, I went into deadlifts. Now, I didn't need to do warm-up sets this day. My legs felt pretty good, so went right into my working weight for the deadlifts. And then after I did deadlifts, I did a superset of weighted kneeling into high knees on each side into an unweighted version of the exercise on each side. And then from there, I did single leg RDLs or Romanian deadlifts with the kettlebell, slight bend in the knee here as well. And then I went into ball hip thrust, which is my favorite variant of a hip thrust. I really like doing these. And then finish it out with some calf raises on the leg press machine. Good morning. It's April 28th, so I forgot to bring my camera yesterday. But basically I met up with Xander, who is invited to the USA Combine as well. And he's helping me do some drills to kind of clean up my throwing mechanics. I've been having issues with my shoulder for a long time now, and it's due to throwing mechanics and just needing to clean that up. So we did like an hour of drills and throwing, and I'm just getting more comfortable. Basically, what feels natural to me isn't the best mechanics, so what feels unnatural right now are better mechanics, and I'm trying to make that unnatural feel natural and just be subconscious, like without thinking on the court, being able to throw with better mechanics. So working on that. So today I'm a little sore from my chest workout, but that's okay. I'm going to be doing a back day with some accessory like shoulder and bicep stuff. I started out this day doing 10 minutes of shoulder mobility warm-ups that weren't filmed, and then I went into these single arm lat pull downs. I'm doing more single arm stuff to really focus on my form. Then I went into machine rows, really focusing in on the squeeze at the end to really build up my back muscles. And then I went into landmine rows. I love doing these. These are great for rotational power. And then I went right into landmine core rotations here. And from there, I did renegade rows. I don't like doing these as much with the dumbbells at my gym because it really hurts to grip the metal. And then into my med ball work. So this sort of variant of a slam, my focus is to lock my front leg in on the end of the slam to hopefully transition that to my throwing mechanics with dodgeball. And then same this one, the idea of it is to keep my elbow up. I tend to drop my elbow, so this is great to kind of build those throwing mechanics through these med ball exercises. And then finally, I finished off with side rotations, which is a great core exercise, but also a great rotational power exercise. And then I finished off this day with Zottoman curls, which are great for grip strength. And then for lunch, I had red quinoa, a spinach curry, and then air fried seasoned tofu. And this is a great, delicious vegan dish that's super filling. It is currently Friday, April 29th. I just got back from the chiropractor this morning. It was great. I feel really loose. I'm about to head over to the gym to do a lower body plyometric workout. I'm gonna take it a little easy today because this will be the first time I'm doing like jumping sort of movements with my ankle in a workout since injuring it. So I don't want to go from 0 to 100 too fast. And then later we have a foam open gym. I haven't decided if I'm going to play or not, but potentially that's another thing I'll be doing today.
I started off with a 10-minute warm-up on the bike and then went into some skater jumps, and then starting my first superset doing these rotational weighted step-ups into body weight step-ups to high knees. And then I went into my second superset, which is going to be weighted single leg hops over the weight. Then I put the weight down and go into body weight single leg hops over the weight. And then my final superset of the day is going to be seated squat jumps, weighted with 2 feet, into body weight single leg squat jumps from a seated position. And that'll wrap up that workout.
Good morning. It's April 30th at the park. I didn't end up going to dodgeball last night. Ended up doing something else. Gonna film a video this morning and then gonna get some throwing practice in that I didn't get yesterday.
So before I filmed the video, I had to warm up. So I started with these various weighted ball throws. I'm gonna do a full warm up video of how I warm up for tournaments and such in the coming weeks. And then I warmed up with the cloth ball because the video was about how to throw a cloth ball. And then finally I got to my actual foam practice. So this is just a time lapse of me doing my different throws and whatnot.
So it's Monday, May 2nd, the week of the combine. So I didn't record anything yesterday, but basically yesterday I just did an active rest day. So I actually did a lot of walking. I went to this event in downtown, and then I did some foam rolling, some stretching, and I ended the night with Epsom salt bath. So nothing too crazy. But then this morning I went to the chiropractor, had another quick tune-up, and then this week is going to be my deload week as far as my workouts go. So what that basically means is I'm either dropping the weight or the amount of reps, or sometimes both depending on what the exercise is, just so I'm still pushing it, but I'm not pushing it as hard as I would be if I didn't have a tournament, because obviously I don't want to be sore this weekend at the combine.
Lunch this week was lettuce wrapped tofu with peanut sauce and potatoes.
So unfortunately, all the equipment that I wanted to use when I entered the gym for my chest day was pretty much taken. It was packed with people and there were constantly new people coming in. Going after work is not the ideal time for my apartment gym. That's when it's the most busy, and so I kind of had to improvise based on the equipment that was available, and so I couldn't do exactly what I wanted to do, but overall it was a good workout, and it is what it is sometimes.
So I started with some shoulder mobility warm-up stuff. I only filmed the front raises, but I did a bunch of other stuff. Went into some decline push-ups and then some dumbbell pullovers to get my chest and shoulders also a little warmed up as well, into some tricep dips. And then I went to the chest press machine, started with some warm-up sets, and then went into the working weight. Then I did some hip thrust chest passes, and then these med ball kneeling chest tosses that I like to do. And then I finished off with this ab circuit. It's about an 8-minute nonstop sort of thing that I do 4 rounds of.
Good morning. It is Tuesday, May 3rd. We're inching closer to that combine date. So today I have a leg day scheduled. It's going to be, again, a deload day, a lot lower weight, and really focusing on being explosive with the weight that I have. Again, being careful because my ankle is not 100%. And then tonight I have a throwing session where I'm going to do my last throwing session before the combine with just foam. I'm not really doing too much throwing with cloth, if I'm being perfectly honest. And so I'll be doing just working on my form, little drills to help me have good form all the way throughout the throw. And overall just making sure I feel good for this weekend.
So started off with 10 minutes on the bike to warm up with some dynamic stretching, then went into these box back squats where I focus on going down slow and pushing the weight up quickly. Then I went into some Romanian deadlifts. I didn't film the warm-up sets for these deadlifts. And from there, I went into wall balls, which I like doing as like a good plyometric exercise, into some hip thrusts, and then I did some heel raise goblet squats and did some banded kettlebell swings, and then finished off with some single leg calf raises.
Good morning, and may the 4th be with you. Last night I did go to the throwing practice. I just didn't record anything with Xander, and we worked on some throwing mechanic drills and some just identifying what I need to tweak and what I'm doing that's kind of losing some power in my rotation and whatnot. So I have a bunch of things that I need to fix, like small things, and I have a bunch of drills that he gave me that I can do at home. And then we ended the night with some velocity med ball work, which was a lot of fun. But it was similar things to what I was planning to do today in my back workout. So I'm going to adjust my back workout. I might do a little bit less today because I did that section of med ball work yesterday. And then this morning I had my chiropractor appointment, so that went very well. And so yeah, it's 2 more days until I leave. So I'm just kind of doing my last hard workout today, still in deload, and then tomorrow will be a little more chill.
So when I first got to the gym, the cable machine was taken, so I started my shoulder mobility warm-up with this 5-pound weight until the cable machine opened back up, including some inverted W's. So then once it opened, I finished off my warm-up with some internal and external rotations, and then I went straight into my back workout. So I started with some kneeling lat pull downs, which really I feel the most squeeze in my lats when I do them like this. And then I went into some cable face pulls, which are great for the upper back area and the shoulder. And I went into some cable curls, which I find also really hits the forearms as well, into some chest supported rows to finish off my strength based work. And then I went and did some med ball work. So starting with overhead soccer throws with the 6-pound ball. And then also did some squat jumps, some box squat jumps with the wall ball. And then I did Palloff presses, which are great for anti-rotation, and finished off the workout with a 8-minute abs circuit, which was nonstop.
Good morning. It's Thursday, May 5th, and it's the last day before I leave for Denver tomorrow morning. I got a busy day ahead of me. As far as workouts go, I'm going to be doing my cardio session, and normally I would do something different, but because it's in 2 days and I want to feel loose and good, I'm going to do a medium difficulty course with some minor hills and probably only 30 minutes, and then I'm going to come back to my apartment and do a mini yoga session full of stretching, problem tight areas, and then do a little bit of ankle mobility as well. And then I'm going to need to pack and get ready to head out in the morning, so I'll film what I can. I probably won't film myself on the bike, but I'll at least film the yoga ankle mobility session for you guys.
So I did my indoor cycle for about 30 minutes, and then I went into my sort of yoga stretching. So these are some of the stretches that I like to do before I actually play as well. So I am planning to do a warm-up video, how I warm up for dodgeball tournaments, coming soon. It'll probably be a 2-parter since I do a lot of full body stuff and then I do my proper throwing warm up. So this is just sort of a time lapse of the different yoga stretches I did. Probably took me about 10 minutes. And then I did my ankle mobility work. I only filmed 1 round of it, but I ended up doing 2. So some of these were from the beginning of the video. And then I finished off with some single leg calf raises.
So finished up at the gym, did my stretching. I will probably do that again 1 more time tonight and 1 more time Friday night before the combine, so tomorrow night. And right now I'm just finishing up some packing, and actually just found out, because I was asking about if I could film interviews at the combine. I'm actually going to work with USA Dodgeball's media team and their YouTube channel, and we're going to do a collaboration on 2 videos full of invitee interviews from both the foam and the cloth side. We're talking about it now, so I'm really excited. If that video is out before this one comes out, I'll link it in the description. If it's not, once it is out, I'll try and remember to drop it in this description as well. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I leave for Denver. My flight's tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning. And I hope you guys enjoyed seeing kind of how I'm training leading up to it, even some little food bits of what I'm eating. If you guys are interested in more like food related stuff, I love cooking and I'd be happy to do more like food related videos. Haven't really done those because I don't know how many of my like subscribers actually are interested in that. But if you are, drop it in the comments. And yeah, I'm kind of just gonna leave it off there. Drop in the comments if there was anything you wish I would have included more of in this, because I do want to do more of these like leading up to tournament sort of vlogs, because it's a lot easier to do those than to try and vlog when I'm actually at the tournament focusing on playing. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, and of course, drop in the comments any other dodgeball topics as well. I always check the comments. I might not always respond, but I always check them. And of course, have a good day. See you guys next week.